Hello YouTube, my name is Ron. I am the guy behind the channel, the man with the voice, the man with the mind, the heart, and the body that is going to do it all for 2024 because this is my year and beyond, and this is your year too. And remember, the game is to be sold and not told, so let's get straight into the video. Now, today's video is about transparency, things that hinder me from growth, me personally. This is just a transparency video, just showing people that I am a human. I am a person that goes through things. Just because I speak motivation and, have determination and I, have these words of wisdom, that don't mean that I myself don't get discouraged. I myself don't feel like going into, a corner and balling up and crying. You know what I'm saying? So there's a couple on here, and I'm going to do 4 videos. The first one is going to be about anger. So we all know anger is something that moves us when we're not feeling something, when someone says something, when something is just not working out. We kind of explode in our minds. You know what I'm saying? Some people explode physically, meaning like they just go all out. They're angry, they're yelling, they're cursing, they're trying to blame other people for whatever is going on. The situation is not working out for them, so they're just overly heated. So one of the things that I've dealt with growing up was anger. From 3rd grade on to now as a 21-year-old, I remember very vividly getting into trouble, yelling at teachers, slamming doors, starting fights. Well, not necessarily starting fights, but someone would look at me or say something, and then I go based off that, and then that'll make a whole, problem right there within itself. And some of the things that I would say and do would just lead down to a dark path of me having depression and just being angry with myself for causing certain issues on myself. Certain things that I could have avoided, I didn't, because I used the fuel of my anger to hurt people emotionally. You know what I'm saying? And that's not something that I like to do. That's not something that I am about. They say in the Bible, be angry but sin not. And it's okay to be angry. It's a human emotion. Okay, it's nothing man-made. This is something that God has given us. Every right to be angry at something that isn't right, people treating us the wrong way, something just not adding up, and sometimes we get confused, and that can lead to anger too, because it's just disgruntled. Nothing is clear. And we all know, as growing into young adults or adults, we like clarification. And a lot of things growing up, I didn't have clarification. People didn't tell me this. People didn't pull me to the side. I didn't have group meetings. Many people didn't hang around me. I only hung around very few people because I felt that what we had going on, it resonated with each one of us. The struggles of life, as a young man growing up in the inner city, is just a lot of stuff going on, and you kind of got to catch a gap, just to have a break, like as a kid, but I never did. I always experienced some type of turmoil, some type of abuse, of some sort, and like I said, this is transparency. I'm not going to say everything, but I'm going to give you guys enough just for you to know that, wow, he's going through some of the same things I went through, or I'm going through currently. We're human. We deserve a little more compassion for one another. Just because someone has a certain issue, that don't mean you got to turn away from them. Now, if they're being over belligerent and disrespectful and just all over the place, yeah, you have a right to remove yourself from the situation. But there is no reason that people should be judging others because of an anger issue, because of this, because of that. You don't know what that person has been through to even be that individual that you see before you today. An angry, hurt, sad individual. It's a battle within itself sometimes, asking God to help me with my temper, and then someone on the other side calling me out my name, stepping over their bounds. You know what I'm saying? Just whatever they can do to destroy my character. And a normal person would think, wow, that's mean, that's rude, that's crazy. But I'm thinking, this is my journey. This is what I have to go through. I asked God to help me with my temper, so these are tests that are coming, like at a rapid fire. And it's hurting. It's hurting to know that I really don't have many people that I can talk to about my anger problem, because they look at it as if though I'm out of control. Like, you should have been got that together. You're 21. You're a grown man now. This and that. But it's like, dude, we are people. Circumstances happen. Things happen. We are not going to always be so content and contained at a certain point. Some things is going to spread like wildfire. And sometimes it don't even be the person that is the angry individual that people so-called want to put the blame on. It be other people that's around that causes that. You know how it's a cause and effect? You cuss someone out, they come back at you, now you're mad that they mad. How's that possible? We are literally losing our way mentally and with each other. You know what I'm saying? And so what I'm saying is anger is a cancer sometimes to you mentally and with the people around you, you know, and sometimes it can destroy you mentally because the thoughts that you have, the things that you say, the physical actions that you do. You may beat somebody up, you may throw something at someone's car, you may flatten someone's tire just from disrespecting you. That's anger. Sometimes that is called misplaced anger. And I have had so many days where I have cursed other people out. I have tried to get into fights with other people just based off someone else saying something or some situation that is not necessarily going my way, and I'm kind of frustrated. It's not that I am spoiled, it's just that certain things don't go my way and they never do. So when I want something to go my way and I'm pressing forward and there's roadblocks and there's people that's trying to stop me from getting to that end goal, it does make me angry. It does flare my temper. I'm just going to be 100% honest with you guys. I'm tired of feeling like just because I get angry or I say this, I'm a monster. I'm not. I'm human like the rest of you. I mean, as you can see, but I'm just saying I'm human like the rest of you guys. You know, and it's very frustrating to know that people literally judge you based off your past. People know me sometimes from, like I said, getting angry, exploding, but they don't know why I was angry. They don't know why I exploded. They just pointed the finger at Ronald and said, that boy is crazy. Something is wrong with him. Yeah, you're right, something is wrong with me. I'm hurt right here. I don't know what to do. So if someone can't necessarily help me, someone can't take me out of my situation, someone can't talk to me, not talk at me, then there's no reason for me to listen to anyone about anger if you're not necessarily experiencing it or you can't do anything for me to help my situation. People love to talk at you, not talk to you. That's another reason why my anger problem never really got resolved, because the adults that were seeing what I was going through, they weren't necessarily putting me in the best positions to not go through that again, especially as a child. Now, yes, I have parents, my mother and father. I love them both dearly, but I have had experiences with my father in the past that have hurt me and that left me angry, and I have had experiences as of right now with my mother that have left me hurt and angry. And that has something to do with who I am as a young man today, because if I didn't go through some of those things, you know, I wouldn't have been so hurt and so confused on what is love and what is discipline, you know, and I won't be so confused on what my mother, what is nurturing and what is manipulation, you know, things like that. Like, I would have known these things ahead of time if I was taught the right way and not just taught that. You know, if I had been, you know, a better listener as well, you know, because I can't just put everything on everyone. You know, if I was a better listener and more calm, I could have probably received, you know, I could have received a lot of the things that they were saying a lot better if I was more calm. But at the time, I didn't feel like it because of what they were saying. I didn't want to receive it. So now that I'm a little bit older, I have the mindset to not get mad quick, to not overthink, to think rationally, to not blow up, and to be more calm when it comes to situations that seem a little more hectic than usual. You know, and like, anger overrides all what I just said sometimes, because it be situations that I care so deeply about that mean so much to me, that when people disrespect me, when people humiliate me, when people put me in situations where I feel so uncomfortable, it starts to heat up right here. You hear that? It's like a beat. And it's like a heart about to jump out my chest because I'm so disgusted with the fact that a person that I call a brother, sister, friend, mom, whatever, a person that I love, cared about, disrespected me or put me in a situation where I feel like I have no one. So then I come out the corner swinging like a tiger. You know, I'm just saying that's just human instincts as a person that feels threatened that people are not for him and they are against him. And sometimes those ideas, not ideas, those assumptions play in my head because no one is sitting me down and telling me, Ronnie, this and that. Oh yeah, I'm not a kid, but I like clarification. I can't read minds. I can't read body language. I read with words. I mean, I listen with words. You know what I'm saying? And I can't. I don't know, man. This it's just a crazy, time for me right now, and I'm not really at that space where I'm just comfortable. I'm just in a very uncomfortable spot right now, and it does have me in an angry mode. But I'm trying to pray, work out, do more poetry, do more content. I am actually trying to be more diverse with everything I do. Not be so content because sometimes when you're content, you just in one spot, it can make you angry too. So I try to do different things and, ask God for a healing heart because I'm hurting, I'm lost, I don't know what to do, but I just pray to God that He allows me to navigate through this world without, having my anger being brought up or having things that I've done in the past being brought up. People got to look at the man I'm becoming today and say, wow, he has came far because I know that I came far. Anger has held me down for so long and it's still tugging at my heart because it wants to explode. It wants to get out, and I can't allow that. I'm going to continue to pray, work out, work on my content, try to be the best version of myself because anger can cause destruction where it doesn't need to be. And it sucks. And I want everybody to know that if you're going through this, you can get through it because I have. From third grade to seventh to now, it has been sequences of journeys, but I have gotten through it. And we are human. So, like I said, these emotions are very regular, but it doesn't become regular. It becomes irregular when you start doing things that is abnormal. You know, cursing out your mom, disrespecting your father, trying to fight your sister, or trying to fight your brother, whatever the case may be. That's when it becomes out of control anger. And you do need help. You can get help. Help is out there. First, you got to help yourself, and then other people that see that you want that help, they tag along too. Out of generosity because they want to see a person that they care about in a better space mentally, spiritually, financially, and just all around a well-rounded individual. So with that being said, this is transparency from things that hinder me from my growth. This is episode 1 about anger. More videos, more creative content, more love, more communicative videos up ahead. Appreciate the love for everybody that have supported, keep supporting, and everything is going to come together when it's supposed to. I pray.